Sekiro Shadows Die more than twice. So I bought Sekiro day one, and I'm not a huge Dark Souls fan and Bloodborne fan, but I am a fan of the Dark Souls series. You know, I played half of one, if not half. I played a fourth of one. I beat Dark Souls about 2-3 times now. So going into Sekiro, I had really, I had the Dark Souls kind of vibe to it, like, alright, like, but then after playing, I realized like I can't take that approach. I had to be more stealth. I have to I have to play differently. Side note, the reason why I say I'm more qualified to talk about this is I beat the game, and I'm currently on my second playthrough, and I don't know if I'm gonna beat my second playthrough because I'm stuck on this boss. I'm stuck on actually the last boss, and it's just too much for me. But no, so Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, or Shadows Die more than twice, because you definitely want to die more than twice. If anybody, well, no, I've seen people speedrun the game, beat it without dying. I've seen people beat the game without dying at all. So, yeah, like this game, literally, you have to unlearn a lot of stuff that you learned in Dark Souls. And on top of that too, if you are a big fan of Assassin's Creed, I think you'll be alright in this game. Dying a lot may get under your skin, because it definitely got under mine. Like, there's times where I wanted to throw my controller out the window. There's times where I wanted to like break my Xbox and like just like freaking call Xbox and be like, y'all want my money back. There's those times, but then once I actually sat there, learned how to play the game, learned how to get better at the game, and just took all that stuff into account, I was alright. I was breezing through it. So first thing I do want to start off with is gameplay. I do like the gameplay of the game. I do like the fluidity of it. I like how it feels. I like being the Japanese kind of a Spider-Man, swinging from like rooftop to rooftop. Like, I like that stuff. I really like the gameplay. I really like how the game feels. My only thing is, like, Sekiro, he moves perfectly fine. The only thing is with the gameplay and all that stuff is the camera. Like, the camera is like the worst thing about this game. Like, if I have any cons, it's the camera. The camera is like literally the worst thing about this game. Oh, the camera and the hitbox. The hitbox does hit you at weird times where it's like let's say like you'll be like 4 feet out, right? And he'll have a sword that's like, let's say 2 feet out, and he'll swing and still hit you, but it's like, how is that possible if your sword is only but so long, But regardless though, I do want to stay on the camera. The hitbox is just small. I still beat the game. I don't care. No, but when it comes to the camera is like your worst enemy in this game. Like, Dark Souls camera is different. I'm gonna say, like, it has a wider kind of view. Like, it's more dynamic, so it moves around more. This camera is dynamic at times, but like when it's times that you really need it to be like have open on a more open area, it's like just dead set on where it's at, and it's like, oh, like I need you to like actually move. On top of that too, one thing I didn't like is the rocks. Like, the rocks killed me a few times, but that's it. That's the only stuff I have like negative about the gameplay. The game just feels right. Like, it just feels so good to play. It just feels so good to just go through and just do all the stuff. On top of that too, oh my gosh, you guys do not understand the satisfaction that I would have after I beat a boss that I would be stuck on for a while, right? So I don't really want to spoil the game too much, but there's this one boss, you can look him up, Genichiro. Like, I was stuck on him for a while. I was stuck on the owl for a while. It's only 2 bosses. Yeah, I was stuck on the last boss for a while too. And it's like, yo, like, oh my gosh, but once you beat him, that satisfaction is on 1000. Like, in my last room, in the thing I was just talking about, World War Z, like, there's no satisfaction. And this is a satisfaction of like, wow, like, I really just did that. Like, I really just beat this boss. Like, I thought I was gonna be able to beat it. I thought the Xbox freaking 720 was gonna come out before I beat this boss. But no, like, I really do enjoy the game. I really like that satisfaction of beating a boss, like of being able to go through and beat the boss and do all this other crazy stuff like that. That like hit like home. It felt perfect. It felt good. Something I really like. On top of that too, graphically, I'm playing on the Xbox One, so it's 60 frames per second. on Xbox One X, I should say, 60 frames per second looks good. I didn't drop any frames. I saw people say they dropped frames. I didn't have that problem. It ran perfectly fine for me. I saw people playing on PC and theirs look beautiful too. I mean, obviously on the PC it's gonna look way cleaner in my opinion, but it still looked nice on the Xbox. Like, it still looked okay. I did enjoy playing it on the Xbox, and I'm just used to it right now. I mean, like, if I were to play it again, like from start, not play through 2, I probably would play on the PC just to see, like, you know, the comparison of graphics and all that other stuff. But I don't know, maybe when they have a sale on it, I may buy it. What else do I want to talk about this game? Oh yeah, so difficulty, right? Now, a lot of people were saying, you know, that this game was difficult, this game was too hard, this game is extremely difficult. And even the creator said, yeah, this is like our hardest game. And that's understandable, because when I compared this to Dark Souls, and I would help my friend out in Dark Souls, like, I would take little times off. Like, I would stop playing, give myself a break, and go help my friend out in Dark Souls. And, like, I understand I'm, like, really strong in Dark Souls. I'm like, you know, Sir Ainz Ulgone, if you guys don't know, Overlord. But I'm like that in Dark Souls. Like, I'm like really strong, and I'm running through, and I'm just killing everything really fast. And, you know, even when I was playing Dark Souls the first time, like, I'm still, like, the thing with Sekiro and Dark Souls is that Sekiro, you can't have your friends join. On top of that too, Sekiro, there's no true skill tree, if I'm gonna say that. Like, there's skills, or there's no attribute system. With that being said, in Sekiro, it has the same kind of soul system that Dark Souls has. So in Dark Souls, you know, obviously when you kill somebody, you get the souls. In Sekiro, same thing. You kill somebody, you get a certain amount of points. And in Dark Souls, you use those souls to level your person up by, you know, strength, health, and all that other stuff, right? In Sekiro, it's more like you have to beat a boss to get your strength up. You have to get these beasts to get your life up. So that becomes a level of difficulty, because, like, you can put your person to be, like, really strong in Dark Souls and just put them sort of strength, magic, whatever. And Sekiro is like, well, no, this requires skill. Like, this requires you to actually be skillful at the game, and to actually learn, actually progress, and actually become better. Because that was my problem at first. It's like, yo, like, I don't want to learn. And that's something that I had to learn. I had to learn, like, yo, look, you actually have to get good at this game. You can't just go in here and just be all willy-nilly and just feel like you can hack and slash everybody. No, like, you actually have to take your time and learn the mechanics of the game, and learn that you can't just pull up on everybody that you see, just promise that you're going to beat them, because you're going to die most likely. And with that being said, you know, difficulty comes into conversation. People find the game to be difficult, even though creators are like, yo, this is our hardest game. And to be honest, I believe it was their hardest game, and some people believe it wasn't. Some people believe it was their easiest game. And look, this is all subjective, you know, everybody entitled to their own opinion. But yeah, like, with that being said, difficulty came into play. And the reason why Dark Souls is easier as well is because you can bring your friends along. Like, in Sekiro, you can only have one person help you, and that's one time. Other than that, you're on your own for the rest of the time. So, you know, me with the difficulty, I feel like this game is good where it's at. I feel they shouldn't add an easy mode. I feel like, you know, if you want to beat the game, if you want to do amazing stuff, just get good. Like, just go and practice on people that are weaker than you and learn. And that's what I did. Like when I was going to go against the last boss, I literally sat there and practiced on people who are weaker than me, and I was like, okay, like, I think I'm ready. So difficulty comes into the conversation, and when it comes to this game, it's like, I feel like it's just good. Like, you know, the gameplay is really good. Graphically, it's really good. On top of that too, you know, the difficulty, I don't have a problem with the difficulty. I actually enjoy the game as it is. I enjoy the game for what it is. But, you know, people always want to say the game needs to be easier. So with that all being said, you know, that was just a quick little Sekiro topic conversation, because I haven't played the game in about a week now since I beat it. And like I said, like, yo, once I beat the game, oh my gosh, y'all don't understand. Like, I was on Xbox with my friend, and I started talking for like a good 5 minutes. because I was just so focused. My heart was racing, my hands were sweating, and once I beat the game, that satisfaction of beating that boss that you've been stuck on for I don't know how long, oh my goodness, it is just the best feeling in the world. Like, look, like it's just amazing. I love that feeling. It was the best feeling in the world. I really enjoyed it. I really liked it. Like, it was just too good. But yeah, with all that being said, you know, if you guys don't know Afro Senju, definitely go check out his whole gameplay that he's been doing of it, because it like watching him play too, like it's like, you know, like I enjoy watching him play the game. So yeah, definitely go check him out if you guys have not. But with that all being said, I'm going to give this a should you cop, should you not, should you wait? And I think this is, if you're willing to stick it out, if you're willing to go through it. And I didn't talk about the story either, because like I'm gonna be honest, who paid attention to the story? Like, I did not pay attention to the story. All right, look, never mind, let me take that back. I didn't pay attention to the story because I was just too worried about, I was just getting too pissed off that I kept dying all the time. I was like, man, fuck the story, I just want to beat shit up. And that's literally how it went. I was like, fuck the story, I don't give a fuck about the story, I don't care, I just want to beat shit up. And that's literally how I went throughout this whole playthrough, with that mindset, which was wrong, but I still had fun. So with that being said, should you buy the game? Yes, 1,000 times yes. I think it's worth the $60, number one. If you really pay attention to the story, because that's why I've been watching Afro play. The story is really deep, the story is really good. Not gonna lie, I think it's a game of the year contender for me, because I don't see anything else that's beating it anytime soon. What else? What else could beat it? I don't think anything else could really beat it. This game is just really good. Yeah, I think it's worth the $60 if you're willing to go through and rage, and if you're willing to learn, and you're willing to sit there and get better. I think it is worth the $60. Definitely 1,000 times over, because it is a good game. Like, all right, if you take all that like raging stuff and the out of it, it's still a good game. You can still just go around and beat shit up, like, and maybe you might beat up a boss by accident. You don't even know. I don't know. But yeah, I think it's worth the $60. But if you don't want to rage, and you don't want to, feel like you're gonna throw your Xbox out the window, or feel like you're gonna, throw your controller out the window, I guess just wait for the price to drop. Like, if you don't want to go through that struggle, if you don't want to go through that all that, just wait for the price to drop. I'm not gonna be mad at, like, if someone's like, yeah, I just wanted the price to drop. That's understandable. You want to pay for a game that that you feel confident about. You want to buy something you feel confident about. You want to put your money to something you feel confident about. Like, that's $60 at the end of the day. You don't want to spend $60 on a game that you played a few times because you raged off, because you're like, I'm not playing this again because I keep dying. Like, no, like, wait for the price to drop. I'm not mad at that. Like, that's how I felt. I felt like at first I should have waited because I'm raging, but once I beat the game, I was like, you know what, this actually is worth $60. So yeah, with that being said, definitely, if you want the game, buy it for $60. If you're like really hesitant, you're like, I don't know, just wait for the price to drop. No one's gonna be mad at you. I'm not gonna be mad at you. I'll still like you the same. And the last thing I have on my notes is